How's it going, everyone? The Packers have officially released their first injury report before the Carolina Panthers game, and somehow this list has gotten even longer. So, there's going to be a lot of names on this on both sides of the ball. So, to start off with the Packers, Jair Alexander, once again, limited participant with the shoulder injury. Going to be a limited participant this whole week, probably, and we'll find out Saturday or Sunday if he's going to start. The way things are going, probably not, but we'll see Sunday. Next up, Devondre Campbell with a neck injury popping up once again. Did not participate, especially after that tweet that he put out the other day saying he's no longer going to play through injuries, especially if he's going to be blamed for stuff. Now, there were some reporters that asked about that tweet, and he pretty much said he's not going to talk about it. If he wants to answer questions or if you want to ask questions about the Panthers game, gladly answer those, but he's not going to answer anything about his tweet. Now, he was asked about, hey, how's his relationship with Matt LaFleur, and he did say that's his guy. And Matt LaFleur pretty much reiterated the same statement of how he felt about Devondre Campbell, saying that's his guy as well. There's a lot of love and respect between the two, and they go way back from their Atlanta Falcons game. So I don't know what the tweet was about, but it looks like he just posted it, and he's not going to talk about it. But as of right now, it looks like it's not, at least with Matt LaFleur, based off how he talked about it and how both players and coaches, they seem to actually care and respect about each other. So that's good on that front. It's probably about A, the media, B, potentially the fans and kind of giving him crap, especially since he got torched by Chris Godwin, which isn't his fault. Or C, Joe Barry, which wouldn't be shocking. So, but as of right now, he's not participating. We'll see how he progresses throughout the week, especially after that tweet. Next up, we have A.J. Dillon with that thumb injury, was a limited participant this week. He's currently at a 50-50 chance. We'll see how he progresses throughout the week, but he'll probably be a limited participant this entire week, and see how he feels with that thumb and if he still has a cast on it. But I still think he has a decent chance of playing, but even if he does, he's not going to play many snaps because it's still a broken thumb. Next up, Kingsley Enagbare with a toe injury was a limited participant, something we're going to slightly monitor, but he'll probably be a limited participant. I don't really think he's in danger of missing the game against the Panthers, but still something we're going to keep track of. Elton Jenkins didn't participate with that shoulder injury. This is just the coaches, pretty much once again, as they do every week, maintaining how much they practice him. He'll probably be back tomorrow and Friday practicing in a limited capacity and should be good to go against the Panthers. Next up, Aaron Jones with that knee injury, but also now a finger injury, was a limited participant. There's no real news about the finger injury, how severe it is, but it doesn't sound like it's too severe. But he's now popped up on the injury report with a finger injury. I feel like he'll still be a limited participant this entire week, but should still be good to go against the Panthers. Next up, Jonathan Owens, limited participant with that knee injury. Week in, week out, shows up, but he should be good to go. Jayden Reed had a chest injury the past few weeks, has played through it, but now has a toe injury. He did not participate this week. Now the coaches are potentially trying to pace him and kind of give him as much rest as possible since now he has a toe injury. We'll see if Jayden Reed will practice on Thursday and Friday and be able to go through and battle through those injuries and still be explosive, as he's been a really good receiver still, even with that chest injury and playing through the injuries. Next up, Darnell Savage didn't participate again with that shoulder injury. Now, there's real danger that he could be missing his second start in a row, even though he just came back with that shoulder injury. We'll see how he progresses on Thursday and Friday, but as of right now, he didn't participate, and it's kind of not looking good if he'll actually start again this week. So in his place, once again, will probably be Rudy Ford and Jonathan Owens starting over there at the safety spots. Next up, we have TJ Slayton, this time with a knee injury. Last week, he was on the injury report with a quadricep injury. He was a limited participant all last week and was still able to play, so we'll see how he progresses this week. I feel like he'll still also be a limited participant this entire week and still suit up, but we'll definitely be monitoring to see what potential knee injury, if it's kind of just a bruiser and they're kind of just pacing him. But as of right now, limited participant with no real fear that he'll miss this game. Next up, Luke Tenuta. He is currently designated to return from IR, and he's in that 21-day practice window from the ankle injury. Is a limited participant. I feel like he'll still be a limited participant this entire week, but won't return, as they have pretty much up until the start of the playoffs if we make it. But they have up until the start of the wild card to bring him back and activate him. But for this week, I don't feel like they'll activate him. They'll still practice him. We're doing all right in the tackle position, So they're not going to rush that. And if anything, he'll be a fourth tackle because we still have Rasheed Walker, Zach Tom, and Josh Nijman. So there's no real rush to bring him back. Next up, we have Quay Walker with that shoulder injury. Once again, is a limited participant. He'll probably be a limited participant this entire week, but should start. He did start last week against the Bucs. Granted, he did get torched in pass coverage. Still a Joe Barry thing, and they just did not get our players ready, and the coverage across the board was terrible. But it doesn't seem like his status for the game will be in danger, and he should suit up, hopefully. Next, Christian Watson, once again with that hamstring injury, didn't participate the last 2 weeks and missed the last 2 games. We're now on the third week. Based off history and how his hamstring injuries go, he's most likely not going to participate. And even if he does by Friday, is a limited participant, I don't really see him being good to go this game against the Panthers, but we'll see. Next, second to last, Dontavian Wicks with the ankle injury was a limited participant. Shockingly, was able to start against the Bucs last week. I really did not expect that. So this week, he'll probably continue to be a limited participant, try to rest that ankle, not put too much on it so he's ready for game day. And he should suit up, especially since he was able to suit up last week against the Bucs. Then lastly, Emmanuel Wilson, running back, shoulder injury, limited participant. He's also another player who's designated to return from IR. Now, he'll probably be a limited participant this entire week as well. And depending on how that goes, I feel like he has a good chance of returning from IR this week. As long as his shoulder is good for the most part, because right now our running back room is kind of banged up. We have Aaron Jones, who has a finger injury now, along with that sprained MCL, who he's still trying to get back. A.J. Dillon with a broken thumb. Then we have Patrick Taylor, who's healthy. And then instead of Kenyon Drake, who didn't do much, is still trying to grasp offense and has already been called up twice. He could be a candidate, depending on how that running back room is, to return this week instead of burning a slot for Kenyon Drake and where we have to pretty much keep him on the 53-man roster. Or we just have Emmanuel Wilson, who was a decent running back and had a great preseason. Like, I think he's still better than Kenyon Drake. So if he's good to go, I feel like they'll return him this week. So that is the end of the Packers injury report. Total of 15 players on that injury report. It's a long one. Then on the Panthers side, they also don't have a short injury list. So currently, Brian Burns, their biggest probably player on the injury list, their outside linebacker, didn't participate with the illness. There's apparently an illness ravaging the Carolina Panthers locker room. So there's a bit of players out with the illness. Considering it is currently Wednesday, I feel like by Sunday they could be good to go and they'll be past their illness, but we'll see how the week progresses. Then Claudin Charles, their linebacker, knee injury, limited participant. Sam Franklin Jr., safety, quadricep injury, limited participant. Utur Gross Matos, I hope I didn't butcher that. Their outside linebacker with a knee injury did not participate. Marquis Haynes Sr., outside linebacker, back injury and also the illness, didn't participate. Troy Hill, they just pretty much rested him, but he should be good to go, probably. Taylor Moton, their tackle, also just resting, so he'll probably be good to go. David Sharp, another tackle, another player with an illness in that locker room, limited participant. Stephen Sullivan, their tight end, shoulder injury, was a full participant. There's probably no real fear there. Adam Thielen, probably another veteran rest, limited participant. He's probably going to be good to go for them. Ian Thomas, their tight end, ankle injury, limited participant. Tommy Tremble, tight end, illness, fourth player with an illness in that locker room, limited participant. And their fifth player with an illness, Xavier Woods, their safety, limited participant. So we'll see how much that illness is affecting that locker room and see where they're at by Friday. Like I said, there's a lot of time between today and Sunday's game to where I feel like they'll pass that illness and all those players are going to be good to go. But something to keep an eye on. But that wraps up the injury report for both teams. As you can see, it is an extremely long list. And as usual, I feel like there's probably about 5 players that won't play. It might be about 7 now, especially with the Devondre Campbell situation. Not entirely sure what's going on there. So something definitely monitor this entire week. But let me know what you think down in the comments. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And as always, go Pack Go.